Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and step right up. For today, we have the Bumblebee movie Voyager class Shockwave. He's back. I returned this around June time, so that way I could get Sandstorm that month instead, but I finally repurchased Shockwave. He is back. So before we take a look at Shockwave himself, let's take a quick look at the packaging. So you got the CG render Shockwave up in the front. You got Studio Series Shockwave number 110, blah, blah, blah. On this side, you have a CG render of Shockwave. On this side, you have another CG render of Shockwave. On the back, you get your product shots. Shockwave commands the Seekers to destroy the launch pad. And then 22 steps between robot mode and tank mode. Although it is a very simple transformation. Which I assume is why they were able to throw all the budget into this guy's looks. Because he looks gorgeous. He is beautiful. He's just amazing. The purple is really rich in person. On camera, for some reason, it kind of doesn't really show the full extent of the purple, but it makes it look a bit more dulled out. But trust me when I say the purple is very vibrant on this guy. I think it's just my lights that make it look kind of dull. Let's see if I'll turn on... I turned on my bedroom light, and then I turn off these lights. Let's see if that gives us more. Oh, it looks even more muted. Yeah, just trust me when I say that it looks way better colored in person. The purple is a lot more vibrant in person. So, taking a look at some of the closer details, the head sculpt looks amazing, perfectly Shockwave, as does the chest, the arms, the arm cannon, the legs. Then turning him around to the back, he has a lot of back detail. He even has like a spine. So, this guy is really cool. And accessories, of course, are the gun and the hose. They come packaged separately, and they can be removed for transformation, which I will show when we do transformation. Now then, let's go on to... let's do size comparisons. So on the left we have Shockwave, and on the right we have the Bumblebee movie Voyager class. Give me a second. Yes, the Voyager class. Give me a second. That's definitely a thing. We got the Voyager class Soundwave, and Shockwave is taller than Soundwave. You then have the... I need to straighten these guys out. You then have the Bumblebee movie Seeker mold. My version is Thundercracker, and once again, Shockwave is quite a tall Voyager. Now, we can compare him alongside Lord Megatron, and these two are almost the same height, despite this being a Voyager and this being a leader. Alright, now we're going to do a quick fire round of Autobot comparisons. So, first two comparisons we are going to do is the Bumblebee movie Brawn. Why is this so difficult? We got Brawn and Wheeljack. Alright, there's that comparison. We then have Ratchet, and if you have Ironhide, it's just the same thing, but red. and then RC, and then finally, well, almost done. We're going to compare him next to the Bumblebee movie Optimus. So he is quite tall, and these guys share some detail due to Shockwave being rebuilt from Optimus Prime. So they do share some detail, like the CGI render for Soundwave and Shockwave are reskinned from Optimus, so you can see some shared details in there, but it's not really visible in the toy itself. And now, the one that started it all, the Bumblebee movie Core Class Shockwave. So yeah, this is definitely an upgrade. I like his purple more. Alright, and then one more thing before we get into his articulation is this. You see that? It's an Autobot logo. It's actually accurate to the CG design. Now then, articulation. Head is on a ball joint, but really only swivels. These antennas are made out of a more soft material. Can't go up and down that much. Shoulders rotate a full 360, and listen to this. They ratchet out to the side. Why do they have ratchets? No clue. Get an elbow bend. No bicep swivel. He doesn't have a bicep swivel. Nobody cares. Whatever. He has a forearm rotation, a wrist rotation due to them being on ball joints. You then get a waist joint. Hips kick forward that far, back that far, out that far. You have an upper thigh joint and you have a lower thigh joint, which is really weird. You got single bend at the knee that bends to 90. The foot can pivot forward slightly, can pivot backwards, and it can rock side to side slightly. So while he's not the most articulated, you're able to make him look amazing by simply just standing him there. Like, you gotta admit, this is cool. My arm. Alright, now we're gonna do his transformation. So, like I said, pretty simple. So, first thing you're gonna want to do is remove the gun, and then just kind of let that hang on his back. Then you want to rotate this back. There is a slot here that'll peg into that tab. So just snap that into place. Then open up the tank tread, fold in the hand, and collapse it. That's how you get rid of the hand for the gun arm. Then do this too. And then this big old slot where the bicep swivel would be, goes into this tab. So just snap that all in. Have him do the splits. Then unpeg the chest at the top. Then at the bottom. And these two tabs here will peg into these two slots on the hips. So snap those in. Collapse this assembly. Now you want to take the tank treads, pull them out, rotate them, push them back in, then push the foot into place. Do the same thing over here. Pull, rotate, push, collapse. Then these ports will go into those pegs. So just line those up and snap it in. And then torso will unpeg and shift up, peg in, shift the head down. Make sure this is facing straight up. Let's put him down. Then take the cannon, fold this piece out, fold this little strut out all the way, and then, and then peg it in to his turret. And there you have Shockwave. And this is quite the tank mode. Like, holy crap, it's big. Mainly due to it just being Shockwave lying down. Now, this tank mode, while it does resemble the core class, who am I kidding? This is the core class tank mode. They do some things to refine it, like have the wire, get rid of the head, add wheels for friction clipped on mini wheels, allow this tank to roar. And then the tank turret can, if this part isn't too stiff on your copy, I might have to loosen that. Or it's just a tight tab. If you face it upwards, it can go up and down. It can rotate due to the nature of it being on a port. So now, let's do size comparisons. So I'm not going to compare him to Bumblebee Movie Optimus because that's an Earth mode. But here we have Bumblebee Movie Soundwave. Easily the better vehicle mode. Here we have Bumblebee Movie Thundercracker, and we thought this vehicle mode was big. This thing is massive. Here we have Bumblebee Movie Megatron in tank mode, and then Megatron in his jet mode. So there's that comparison. Alright, now for the quick fire deluxe Autobot comparisons. Here we have Brawn and Wheeljack. And then we have Ratchet and RC. So, then, once again, the one that started it all, the Core class. Yeah, this one is better. So I'm going to do a quick little alley-oop to get into my final thoughts. So, yeah, this is a really fun little guy. This is a fun guy. If you can get him, I say get him if you want to complete a Bumblebee movie cast, which this does for me, except for the Seeker. Screw you, Starscream. He's still in Target. There were 3 of these at my Target, so he's still in stores, at least around here. So I say pick him up. And let me just say that my next review will be flying high, so to speak. I'll see you all later. Over and out.